Welcome to This Broadcast Belongs to Them. Ooh, let me get rid of this. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
We are doing The Spider's Lullaby. We have finally made it to a King Diamond album. We were on break for a little while. Right?
Well, it's a 5-year gap.
Yeah. Yes, it was. So, King Diamond put out The Spider's Lullaby, and actually there's two versions. I don't know if you can see the other version behind me, but it's reissued with the ugly album cover. This is the original album cover, which looks a lot better. But,
yeah, why'd they change it? It looks stupid.
Apparently, because they released The Spider's Lullaby and The Graveyard, they lost the artwork for both of the albums. Yeah.
Well, you know, if you take King Diamond's face off that spider, I would prefer that cover, but I hate that King Diamond face on there.
Yeah, just,
everything else is fine. I like the background more than the original. I like everything more than the original, but that little face makes me like the original more.
Yeah, it's just pointless. But, yeah, apparently they lost all the artwork or something, and they couldn't get it back, and they decided to redo them all. Even The Graveyard doesn't look that good either. I don't like that one either.
Well, did they change that?
Yes, they did.
I haven't seen it.
It looks more similar to the original, but it's just a different headstone.
Oh.
Same colors, just a different headstone.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so back in 1993... Oh, back in 1993, let me start this off. In the Merciful Fate in the Shadows album, in the thank you section, I thought this was kind of funny. King thanked Andy LaRocque, Snowy Shaw, and Mike Weed and Charlie D'Angelo for their patience and understanding, and he can't wait for them to start recording the next King Diamond LP, The Spider's Lullaby. So, King had all these other members, going to record this album, but obviously that did not happen.
No, I read actually that he demoed some of these songs with those guys as his solo band as early as 1991.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's funny, and I just read this a few minutes ago, there's demos for the Spider's Lullaby, and all the instruments are played by King and Andy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, two years later, only one person mentioned would be in the band, and it was Andy. So after 5 years since the Eye, we have a whole new band with Chris Estes on bass, Herb Simonson on guitars, and Darren Anthony on drums. And just a little background on Chris Estes and the other guys. 1991, he moved to Denton, Texas to attend University of Northern Texas as a jazz studies major. During his time, he met Darren Anthony and joined an unsigned band, Mindstorm. And during those 3 years, they played the Dallas club scene and eventually caught the attention of King Diamond, who had recently moved to Dallas and was looking for new members for his band. In early 94, 3 members of that band were asked to join King Diamond. So, that's where we are. And this album's sort of kind of like a Fatal Portrait in a way, where only half of the album is a concept. So it's very similar. Not as good as the Fatal Portrait, but it's in a similar way. And let's just start off. The first song of this album is From the Other Side. Now, Greg, I just talked to you a few minutes ago, and you said, what?
When he does and don't get me wrong, I love it, but when he does those background vocals right before the chorus, when he does that, ooh, it sounds exactly like the groups of ants would sound in Looney Tunes when they would all yell, "Oh no!" And the spiders would sound like that too, with a real high-pitched voice. I was like, oh, that kind of ties it in. I don't think he knew, but
Just a funny coincidence. Well, what do you think about the song as a whole?
it's a great song. I think it's a classic. The guitar lines remind me a little bit of them, actually, with how they sound. But it's almost like a speed metal song. It comes out of the gate really aggressive. It's a great track.
Yes, it is. Lisa.
It's a kick-ass track. Yeah, it comes right out of the gate, kicks you right in the head, killer riffs. It's got a catchy hook. You know me, I like my hooks.
Yes, you do.
It's a great arrangement. I like how the drums switch up halfway through the chorus. It's got some dramatic moments in it. Great bass playing. Yeah, I love it, man. I think it's a killer song. I think it's a good way to start an album. Just punch you right in the face.
I know you were looking forward to doing this album too, Lisa.
I've been looking forward because this is one of my favorite albums.
Really?
I think it's a the way the dynamics are in the song too. It's a great introduction to kind of how he changed up his vocals here a little bit. He sounds a lot airier on this to me.
Huh.
Yeah, he changed up his vocals a lot. He doesn't do so much of the high stuff. He does a lot of lower things.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, this episode is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Ralph?
Aren't they homophobic?
Yeah,
The chicken is good. Who cares?
Chick-fil-A.
It's chicken for men. You know, one thing I have to say before I go into the album is that, you know, I've said this before, how I don't really can't tell bad production or not.
Yeah.
Well, hearing the remastered version, I kind of can tell the original version is pretty lackluster. It sounds, Andy LaRocque, I think, did a fantastic job with the remastered, because listen to them back, because I listened to the vinyl today, which I haven't heard in a while, and I have Spider's Lullaby, the original, in my iPod. So I've been living with that forever. Listening to this, I was like, damn, it sounds much fuller. But anyway, this song, I think it's a killer hard driving song. Opening riff sounds like a motor running, pistons are popping. Weird eccentric lyrics to it. And I think it's very straightforward. Not too many changes that you would expect from King, but I love it. I think it's a fantastic song.
Yeah. Yeah, like you guys said, it's a good opening track. First thing I noticed right away, the drums are not electronic. Not like on the Eye. Thank God. Or at least they sound better than they did on the Eye. And another thing I noticed too is in the lyrics, King mentions seeing a tear being shed by the Eye. So that's kind of like a little bit of a go back to the Eye. I wonder if this song has anything to do with any of the characters from the Eye, though. I don't know.
It may be a fragment. You know, it seems like he might be working on, you know, a sequel or something, and maybe he had a fragment of something, just said, fuck it, sounds like a good song by itself. So,
Yeah.
who knows?
But either way, cool song for me. Nice lead guitar work by Andy. So good stuff. And there's actually some other things when we get to some more songs that I picked up some other things that could be from some other albums too. So we'll get to that. Next song, Killer. This song is very interesting because this song is like an old song that Andy wrote back in the day, and he actually had Messiah Marcolin from Candlemass singing it. And the song at the time was called House of Pain. Has anybody ever heard that one?
No, that's interesting.
No.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if you look it up on YouTube, Andy LaRocque, House of Pain, and the song will come up there. Different lyrics, different vocals and everything, but the music's pretty much very similar.
Wow.
But I actually think I'd like that version a little bit more. Just, I don't know, it's just different. Especially with Messiah singing it just sounds really cool. But obviously it was changed to the Killer, or Killer, for this album, but I would have liked to hear that other one a little bit more. I don't know what happened with that. I guess that was like a one-off thing. Maybe Messiah was in the studio with Andy or something, and they just recorded one song. I don't know. I couldn't find any more information on that. But I like the part in the intro with the guitars and the keyboards going off on each other. That's pretty cool. Herb does a solo on this song. It's the first one he's done on this album since he's new to the band. The song itself is okay. The lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. He's just a killer who's going to get sent to the electric chair. I don't love or hate the song. It's there. I'll listen to it once in a while, but it's not one of my favorites off the album. Ralph?
Uh, I think the title's appropriate because the song is killer. It's kind of like the other side, but more mid-tempo. It's just not that many changes. And I love the evil sound of his vocals during the verse.
Yeah.
Short, ripping solo and that riffage during the solo. Jesus. Short but effective. Another great song. Before we go on further, Wayne, why do you own so many CDs, dude? Get with the times. Spotify, bro.
You know what?
Fuck
Full
hard
quality.
copy.
That's a good idea. If anybody wants to make me an offer for all these albums, please.
High quality.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm not good at sarcasm, am I?
No, you're not, apparently.
No Spotify. No. Well, actually, I do use Amazon, but no Spotify. None of that stuff. Buy your stuff from the bands. Buy your stuff from, give the bands the money.
I am proud to say that I have never paid for a download and I've never streamed in my life.
Really?
Well, if streams, I'll tell you what, those 0.0018 cents, they really do add up.
Well, let me tell you, man, when I get the bill, when they send me money, when CD Baby sends me money, I get this huge list from Spotify. I mean, huge, endless. And Lisa, ain't I right? When it's over, on the bottom it says, and on the bottom it says, Spotify's charging you $2. It's like,
oh my God.
They pay you like a penny a song if you're lucky. Sometimes they don't pay you anything. Yeah.
Well,
sometimes I see a penny. But
hopefully something happens with that because a lot of people, now that they know like what bands are actually getting, a lot of people are like really pissed off,
It needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
It's not fair for the artist, and then what that idiot said, he wants the bands to like produce more music and that's going to help, raise sales and stuff, but that's not going to do anything.
It's going to raise sales for him.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to help the bands.
5.3 billion is not enough.
No.
Yeah, right. But unfortunately, I do use the Amazon app, but only because you still use your iPod, right, Ralph?
Yeah, but it's all hard copies that I dump into it.
Yeah, that's what I used to do too. But then that thing, there's no more room left. So, and it doesn't work in my car. I got a new car, and it doesn't work in there. So I was just like, you know what, I can't. And then my car don't have a CD player anymore. So that kind of just killed everything. So then I just went to the Amazon app. But as you can see, I still buy my shit. So you have to. Greg, killer. After we just went
I feel the same way you do. It's okay, but it's just there. I think it starts off great, but it's kind of boring and not very memorable outside of the vocal lines. His vocals are great on it, and so is the chorus, and that solo's ripping, but that's about it.
Yeah. Lisa?
I don't know. To me, this song is really exciting. I love the verse riff. I love that opening riff, that picking. It's really complex. And then the verse is, to me, that is a circle pit kind of tune. That's a song that makes me want to get in the circle pit. So, and I think it's one of the heaviest riffs. And the drums are actually like half time.
Right, yeah.
While the guitars are just kicking out, just like a saw blade in your face. But it has one of the best moments on the whole album, I think. At the end when he goes, "Oh no!" That's just so awesome. So I think, vocally, the vocal performance is just it's stellar, super aggressive.
That's what I think on the whole album. Like you can tell, even though when he changed his vocal approach, I guess. I think it's a little bit more accessible for people. It's not so pitchy like on the other albums.
Yeah.
It is, and the whole thing's a little bit doomier too. Honestly, this reminds me a lot of '70s Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Very cool. Poltergeist. King detects a spirit in his house that tells him he doesn't like most of the people he invites to the house, but he's a friendly ghost. I really like this song, and I would love to see this song done live.
It's a song about Casper.
Yeah. I think he could do a lot of really cool things, especially with that set that he has now. You know, he's got the what was that called? The Institute set. You know, they got the door there, and he could do something with the door or whatever. So that'd be kind of cool visual.
They could get Cosby to be Ghost Dad.
Yeah. He'd slip King and Mickey and try to.
That's why he's called Ghost Dad.
But I love the Poltergeist vocal part and the harpsichord stuff. But my favorite part is the chorus where the drums do that like simple beat, and then the guitars like kind of go off on that. It really makes a really cool chorus. And also too, I remember listening to this song in school one day, and a friend of mine, he just grabbed my Walkman and my headphones and he puts it on. I'm expecting him to say, "What the hell are you listening to?" Because he wasn't somebody that listened to metal at all. But he just sat there and listened to it, and he didn't say a word. He just listened to the whole song. And I don't know if he liked it or not. He never said. Lisa?
Well, maybe it's because of that disco chorus, man.
Could be.
It's a little pants and boots on the drums with that disco. But it's cool because this song, it's one of these roller coaster type songs that has, all these different parts that you almost think they wouldn't fit together. But they do. But they really do. And his segues make him do that. It's super melodic. You can sing along. It's one of these like light your lighter and wave it kind of tunes, And I call this the Muppet King Diamond beat.
Yep.
He's got a whole bunch of songs that do that. I can imagine like the Count dancing around to the song. And it's got a badass this whammy bar solo, that first solo. I get it. It's just fucking KK Downing kind of shit. And the best part though is that "Speak to me." That part. Speak to me. So I love this song. It's got all the hooks. It's all that in a bag of chips.
Everything's there.
Soup
Greg.
to nuts.
It's funny you mentioned the Muppet thing because I had the same idea. Oh, I thought it was the Count going 7 poltergeists. This one, I almost feel there's a little bit too much going on in it. I kind of don't care for all the changes. I think it switches up a little bit too much.
Wow.
And, I don't know. It kind of loses some of its power for me in that respect.
I'm glad somebody else is wrong, not me.
This is another one like Killer that I like, but I don't feel it's the same tier as some of the other songs, and it's just kind of sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't.
Ralph.
Man, I feel this song is like, number one, it's going to sound like I'm slamming it. I'm not. I actually love it. But I think out of every King Diamond song, this to me is the most predictable King Diamond song because I know when the chorus is coming in. Right. I know when every little part's coming in. It's very straightforward to me, man. I mean, more than anything I've ever heard from King Diamond. I love it. It's like music from hell and riffs from heaven, I feel the hooks all over it, It's non-predictable, and I can tell what's coming next, I give this one a thumbs up. Not one of my favorites on here, but yeah, I feel very different about that one, Greg. Maybe I should start smoking weed.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Just for me, some of the changes don't really connect well with each other, and that
there's
really
one
bugs
song
me
coming
about
up.
it.
Yeah, there's a song coming up that there's a change in it that's so like, whoa, man, it's so abrupt, that's so un-King Diamond, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Dreams. Maybe this song could be considered part of the concept because he does mention Spider's Lullabye in this song. But the rest of the song, he doesn't say anything else about Spider's Lullabye, so I don't know. This maybe doesn't have anything to do with anything. I kind of feel the same for Dreams as I do with the Killer song. It's there, and I don't hate it, but it's not a song I always go back to. Some cool parts, like the verses, decent chorus. I like the yeah, 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 give me a little dream now part, that's cool. Sounds a little silly, but it's cool. That one part where the song slows down a bit and King sings in a lower voice, it's kind of hard to hear what he's saying. You remember that part?
Yeah, he's saying Wayne is wrong.
It'll make me laugh. I gotta cough every time I laugh.
All right, sorry.
Damn it. But I don't know. I can't tell what he's saying there because I guess it's like a guitar chord playing over what he's singing, and it just, I don't know, gets drowned out. Never really liked that part. But again, some cool lead guitar parts. That's all. Good, decent song. Greg?
I don't like this song. This is one of two songs on here I really don't care for at all. Even the riff is cheesy.
Oh, see what Lisa's doing? Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but dude, for the most part, like, I really like this record, but this one is the start of almost with a feel I get from the Graveyard a lot, where the song itself is kind of half-baked and just kind of going through the motions, and he hits a lot of notes he would normally do, but it just sounds cheesy to me.
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Lisa?
Colossally wrong. I love this
Colossally.
Colossally
It sounds like
Colossally
he
big,
collaborated with Danny Elfman. It's that
That's
type of
why
cheese.
I like it. That's why I fucking like it, man. Again, it's got that Muppet thing going on. You can dance to it. It's super catchy chorus.
Meet the Feebles.
Drum. You got drums changing it up, and don't make him laugh anymore. He's dying over it. And to make that intro is crushing, and like this Yngwie kind of guitar thing going on, and it's got all kinds of changes. Maybe that's what you weren't satisfied with, some of those changes. It's only 4 minutes and 39 seconds long, and again, he just packs all this cool shit into one song. But main thing I love about it is the chorus. I just love that chorus, man. I love the drums in the chorus. I love the melody. I think it kicks ass, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
Ralph.
It's my favorite song on here.
Really?
I think it starts with a ripping solo and the band's full force, but then it goes, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the chorus is a lot like that section in T, where I'm paralyzed, how he ends that line in T.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of that. It's got that tempo and feel of it. And I love how it slows down and speeds up throughout the song. My favorite on here.
Mm-hmm.
Really? And apparently you like that part that I don't like.
Wayne is wrong.
Moonlight. Another decent song, but nothing to blow me away. Apparently this was influenced by the movie Village of the Damned. Or no, Village of the
Yes, Village of the
Damned.
Damned with the creepy children. Yeah. I forget who
never
did the
seen it.
original, but John Carpenter did a remake that was pretty awesome, and everybody should see it. Because they know all your secrets by the moonlight.
Have you seen it, Ralph? Because
Nope.
you even have
I
it.
saw the original Children of the Damned, but not the remake. No, I'll watch it though. Regardless
Carpenter
of
does a good job.
Regardless of what Greg thinks of Dreams, I think he's always on the ball. So I got to check out that movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Something bugs me about Dreams. Maybe it's because that riff sounds like such a Malmsteen riff, and I think Yngwie is very silly.
I love early.
I'm not a movie guy too much, so I wouldn't have known. But I will see it, so I'll look for it. I like the section where he sings night after night, some good vocal melodies there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice trade-off guitar solos, and that's about it for me. Lisa.
I love it. It's hooky. It's almost got a pop framework to it in the arranging. I think the arrangement is masterful. Like at the end where they go back into like the pre-chorus, but they cut it halfway short, so they're not going to stay there. Or I think it was the chorus or the verse, but they cut it in half, and they changed the words so they can cut it in half. And I love the stacked harmonies on the chorus, but I just think the whole thing is memorable. It's like I just looked at the album and I started hearing after not having heard the album for probably 10 years or more, it just all came. That song just came right back to me the entire melody was just like in my head. So that's why I love that song. I think it's one of the best hooks he's got. The bass is very prominent, great bass playing. It's a cool story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just love this record. I love it.
It's funny you mentioned that about seeing the album and thinking of that song. I'm kind of the same way too. But because he repeats that Moonlight like 100 times in the songs. That's
It does repeat. It does repeat a lot, and so But I give him credit because, like one time it comes back and it's just the kick drum, boom, 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 dun, dun, and big whole note chords. So he's changing, even though it's got these rock and roll all night things going on. He keeps changing what's happening behind it.
Yeah.
And that gives it, so somebody who if he arranged it or whoever arranged it really sat down and went stretch by stretch and said, hey, we need to change this, we need to take something out. So I think there's really something to be said, as someone here, I'm being really nerdy about producing a record, is that sometimes I forget, you hear something, this doesn't sound quite right, and I always go, oh, maybe I'll add a guitar or something like that. And it's like, no, sometimes you need to take shit out. And that's what he did in that song to give it some texture. Is just, put just whole notes in there and kick drum, boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, it's like a whole new chorus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's my nerd rant.
Ralph.
This one is whatever to me. I love the solo. I think the solo's killer, but that's to be expected. But this one doesn't grab me. It's one of the songs that I don't, look, it's like one of my favorite King Diamond albums. And I'm not saying,
really?
I don't think that, yeah, dude, I don't think there's any bad song on here. I'm just saying, stacked against the other songs, I don't think it's as strong as what's coming up and what came before it. But in no way I'm saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying it's not one of my favorites on here, but I like it. It's not skippable. I listen to this album in its entirety. Yeah. That's what I think.
Greg.
This is my favorite song on this record. Really? I love it. I love everything about it. The guitars, the guitar melodies, the bass. And it reminds me a lot of a 70s Black Sabbath song. Yep. Again. It, the way he plays the bass, the way he weaves a tapestry with it, it's almost like Geezer would do. The little climbing lead riffs he does reminds me of like they would do in Dirty Women, and King just takes it and turns it into his own thing, and it's a total classic King Diamond song, but it's in the style of this album. It's awesome. It's like doom metal, but King Diamond style.
No wonder I'm not that into it, because I hate 70s Sabbath. Sabbath only made one good album, 13. Forbidden's okay.
Dude, if you're going to do acid, you got to share. That's the rat salad rule number 3.
Come on. Now I realize I am good at sarcasm. My favorite band of all time, bro.
Yeah, I know. You said that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think I'll just say one more thing about Moonlight. There's something that's like, there's something kind of girly about this song in a way that's like, it hits my inner goth chick. Because it's catchy enough, it's danceable enough, and the story is spooky, but it's sweet in a way. There's something sweet about it that makes me just picture like my inner goth chick with like black bangs and would totally love that song, and maybe like not like all the other King Diamond stuff. So it's something that's accessible about this song. It's candy, it's pop candy.
Oh yeah, especially on the chorus, "In the Moonlight." That's
in the moonlight.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned about the bass, Greg. I hear the bass more on this song than any other song on the album. I think it really sticks out to me on this. And Chris, the bass player on this album, might be on the show. So if you're watching this, Chris, before we get you on the show, we've mentioned you, and we like your bass playing.
Yes, and we will definitely talk about this song. Ah, sweet.
See? And we have a bass player on the show. Even more reason to come on the show. All right.
Sweet.
Next song, 6 Feet Under. I found this website online. What the hell did I find it? I think it's called the metalinvader.com. No, metalinvader.net. And
Melon Invaders?
Metal Invader.
Oh.
Metal Invader. All right, I have a cold, so I can't really speak too well.
Cool Halloween song.
But although it is a good Halloween song, although I can't speak normal on a regular basis anyway. But this guy Georgios Sikis, I don't know, he's Greek. He wrote a whole he wrote a whole thing up about this album, and one of the things that he did mention was this song is like a cutscene from Conspiracy. There's references from them telling what would have been differently in if King's mother and Dr. Landau had buried him alive in a glass coffin, so they and along with the family could watch him suffer in agony and perish, while his sister Missy kicks dirt in his face. So I could see that.
Wow.
Yeah. So another kind of song that's just kind of there for me. I mean, I like the backstory. Even reading that and like kind of picturing that now, I mean, it makes the song a little bit better. But as music goes, I don't know. It's okay. I like the concept. Music's okay. I don't hate it. I like the idea of being in the coffin of glass. I mean, I don't want to be in a coffin of glass. I don't need people looking at me. But it's a cool song. It's decent, you know. I'm not going to skip it. I'm not going to not listen to it. I like it. It's all right. It's there. It's a song. Ralph?
Oh, I love this one.
Tell
It's
him I
ripping.
was wrong, Ralph. Tell him he's wrong.
Yeah.
I need to use my
Wait,
coffin.
Wait is wrong. I think it's ripping, man. Back on track. I love this. Hard driving, great hooky chorus and verse. Whammy solo. You can tell right away it's Andy. And it stays fast all the way through, even with the changes. When it does the changes, it still has that hard driving force all the way through. I absolutely love this song. Maybe my second favorite on here.
Greg?
This is a great song. I like this one a lot. The only thing I did want to say about this, not really negative, but just something I found a little weird. You can totally tell that this is almost like a them or Conspiracy. I know they said alternate ending, but outtake almost, because it sounds exactly like Conspiracy to me, and that almost messes up the flow of the album a little bit. Like, it would be great as an ending track, but I don't think it should be where it is in the track listing, just because it's so different from what came before it and what comes after it. But it's a ripping song. It's a total speedster.
Well, in a way, it ends the first half of the album, of this album.
Right, but when you listen to it on CD, it keeps going,
Right,
you know, so
of
it's
course.
in the middle. Yeah.
Lisa?
I think it's another ripping song, man. This is another mosh pit song.
Is this your favorite King Diamond album?
This is one of my favorites. It's hard to say. I think, to me, Time, I think, is technically
I'm
my
King
favorite
Diamond,
album.
the band.
Or the band.
Yeah.
The King Diamond. You know, Fatal Portrait has always got a special place in my heart.
That's mine.
Fatal Portrait is
Yeah.
mine. Fatal Portrait is mine. I was hospitalized when I was a teenager, and they thought I had leukemia, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And so I had a cassette player, and I had that cassette. That was it. That's all I had. And I played it over and over and over and over for 4 days in the hospital. So it was like, that record saved my life. So, but I think this is in the top like 3 for sure. Because I think every fucking song on here kicks ass. I think this song kicks ass. And it's also one of those kick drum patterns that I would guess you would agree. It's in that mid-tempo range where you're not walking and you're not running.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep that time. So I think this drummer is really impressive. It rocks. I am 6 feet under. I love that part. And the only thing that bothers me about this song, okay, if you're 6 feet under and you're in a coffin made of glass,
Yes.
do they have like LED lights or something in the coffin so that you can tell that you're in a coffin? Because the thing is, you got dirt all over you. You can't see anything. So did they put like lights in the coffin or something?
Maybe
I
there's
don't
a
know.
camera in there. Maybe it had the GoPro in there or
Is
something.
it GoPro? I don't know, but it seems just like a corny. Just the concept of the song is corny as fuck to me. But
Yeah.
that's okay. I will just okay. They forgot to mention that they put lights in the coffin, so he could tell.
Van had a better song about being buried alive.
Buried alive. It's coffin made of glass. That doesn't make any difference when you put the dirt on him. Oh, same shit.
Well, but you
Black.
know, he's singing about, oh, I see my sister King and dirt on me.
Okay,
Kronos
you
said,
see
my
that?
eyes they bulge
That's
out, my fingers they bleed. Take the lid off this box. That's kind of believable.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's just for those moments when you can see the dirt piling on. Okay. All right. What's the point otherwise?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
But
a
now-
good song though.
Wouldn't it be cool though if you're a real King Diamond fan? You're gonna have a coffin made of glass. It's like Kiss fans get that Kiss coffin.
Oh man. Did everybody get their shot on this song?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Greg, you got yours.
Yeah.
Lisa just got hers. I got mine. All right. Side 2. Welcome back to This Broadcast Belongs to Them. Side 2 of The Spider's Lullaby.
Ew!
We're back.
Oh
What was that supposed to be?
An upside down cross.
Oh.
Maybe I should do the creepy crawly, creepy crawly.
Yeah, get the Crawley box.
Creepy crawly box for Harry, because Dr. Eastman is on his way. All right. Now we finally get to the actual story of this whole album. It's about a guy named Harry who apparently needs to do some spring cleaning in his house because there's spiders everywhere. They're making him lose his mind, and he suffers from arachnophobia. It's a good song. Yeah, I know. It's a cool song. I like the song. There's nothing that really sticks out to me in it. I mean, it fits along with the rest of the songs in the album. It's all cool to me. I like the chorus. I'm done, Ralph.
Oh, I love this one, man. The creepy keyboards going into that epic doom riff. I dig this one a lot. You know, structure kicks ass with the heaviness, and then they throw in a little keyboard to make it spooky, and that spooky, you know, it's pretty awesome. Where here comes another one.
Yes, I love the laughs on this,
Yeah,
and also too the guitar parts where like you can hear like little spiders or something that they make out of the guitar.
yeah. Yeah, it sounded like keyboards to me. Give me a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like the spider,
Yeah.
the spider moving around and shit.
Yep.
It's wet. Did you ever see? I don't know if you've ever seen this because on my video, somebody made intro for me where it's the spider lullaby album cover with the spider going around and my face is on there instead of King Diamond. You never seen that?
I haven't
No,
seen
I've
that.
seen that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the
You'll have
same
to-
thing, and you hear
That's
like
cool.
you hear the intro to the candle, and you see the thing going around, and my face is on it. Pretty
You'll have to
cool.
Send that to me. I'll put that
That's
up on
awesome.
here.
All right, yeah, throw it on this.
Yeah.
Remind me. You know me, I'm old and I'm forgetful.
Yes, very forgetful.
But yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's an awesome song, and I love the dynamics of when the keyboards would come in during the heaviness to show, bring in that little creepiness and then go back to the heaviness. Epic song, man. This is like the epic. Love it.
Yeah, good stuff. Greg.
I like this one. It's got a cool little dark funeral atmosphere to it almost with the creepy little keyboards. And, well, I love, like Ralph mentioned, I love the guitar work, the way it sounds like spiders crawling on the frets.
Yeah.
But Ralph pretty much mentioned everything I was going to. It's a really good one, and it's a great intro to the story.
Yeah, I think so too. Lisa.
I think it is one of his wackiest songs because I remember the first time hearing this song, laughed my ass off with that.
Yeah, when he comes in.
There's another spider, another creamy spot.
Yeah.
Just freaking hilarious. I think
Creamy
another
spider.
creamy spot.
Creamy spider.
And yeah, soon to be another creamy spot on his wall. And it's funny because last night I came up the stairs and I saw the biggest freaking spider I have ever seen in my house. Last night at the top of the stairs, it was like this big, man. It was one of those big garden spiders. Out here in Oregon, we have insane spiders and slugs. We have slugs like this long. It's nuts.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it's a zany song. I think it's his most Alice Cooper song. The keep me crawly, and that here comes another one. That's just the best thing. And the whole way it begins in our little cottage in the countryside. It's just nuts. The song is wacky, and I like it. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
But it's like a reference. We always had this as a reference just in daily life. Whenever we see a spider on the wall, we go, there's another spider.
That's awesome.
It's handy for everyday life.
Is anybody afraid of spiders here?
Nope.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
My ex-girlfriend, who I'm still very good friends with, she has 4 tarantulas.
Oy.
And I haven't been to her house since she got those tarantulas. She's really into spiders, man.
Ugh.
Like big, hairy, like the ones that can kill you.
Oy.
And I'm like, geez, I'm not coming by. What if one of them get loose,
Yeah, you never
She
know.
sends me videos of them all the time, and they look horrifying.
Ugh.
That's mean.
I'll never forget. There was a one of my fences. The fence fell down, and we went to go pick it up, and it was a big wolf or wood spider on it, and they're like about that big or whatever. And I was like, I wasn't touching that shit. I had my mother take it off the fence for me. I wasn't touching it.
Now here in Florida, I guess probably everywhere. There's these little tiny spiders that hang out in windowsills, and if you get bit by one, you get like a fucking you like explode, like you get really, really infected bad. You have to go to the hospital. You get all puffy and shit. I forgot the name.
Look
of
like the
spider.
Elephant Man.
Yeah. Basically, my friend's mom got bit by one of the spiders, and holy crap! I mean, it inflated so much that her skin broke. Because the skin couldn't hold the puffiness. It just broke.
Like a hobo spider.
And
they got hobo
tiny
spiders out here.
I don't know the name of these, but they hang out in windowsills.
Mm.
So if I ever see a spider in a windowsill, that's the last day that spider's living.
Creamy spot.
Yeah, it'll be a creamy spider on the windowsill. I'll tell you that.
All right.
By the way, Wayne, I sent you the intro
The intro
of me as a spider.
Oh, okay. Yes, all right. See, now I forgot. All right. Eastman's Cure. Harry answers an ad for Dr. Eastman, who promises to cure all phobias. Another really cool song. My problem is I didn't write down what I liked about these songs. I was very busy. So that's why I'm like, hey. I'm trying to think.
I love this
What is that
song.
noise? Somebody's car downstairs. Somebody trying to break into it.
I was gonna say it sounds like a European police car.
It was probably my car. My car does that. It's okay. They stole it. It's already gone.
It's gone. But Eastman's Cure, off the top of my head, I like this song. I like the whole last of the album. The end of the album's cool. Good song. Got a good chorus in it. I know the song off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a good song. Greg?
This is my second favorite song in here. I love it. Brings the speed back full force with some new wave of British heavy metal style blitzkrieg riffing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's got a really catchy chorus too.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where they slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it in my head, yeah. Yes.
It's a great song. I love it.
It is a good song. Yep. Lisa.
Yeah, it's another song that's got a lot of different parts in it, and they fit. to me, they all seem to fit together. It's really
Yep.
good storytelling. And I like how they use the music to be part of the story. So you hear, like in that middle bridge section where it kind of gets all hippie trippy. It's like he's got all his hope. And he's like, oh, can you help me? And then when they're singing about, how, oh, we can help you. Absolutely. At the end of the chorus, there's this discordant chord. So it's like they're giving him this hope, and it's like, yeah, but there's something wrong with this place, man. Don't sign that thing. Don't sign it.
Yeah. Don't stay in that room. Ralph.
Killer fast tune. King sounds like he's singing in a dungeon in this song. And this song, I think, has one of the best riffs in King's entire discography. That riff is just mind-blowing, man. It's just a badass riff, badass tune.
Which riff? The intro riff?
It's not even in the middle. Well, I gotta listen to it again. I was listening to it today.
It's like the verse riff.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the song. I mean,
there's a lot of really good guitar work. I like how the beginning's like. Yeah.
There's a lot of great riffs, but there's the one in there. I think it's like in the middle that just fucking rips, man. Oh, oops! I said fucking.
That's fine.
I've said it like 42 times, dude.
Who fucking cares?
I got 41 to go. All right, fucking, and I love this song. It's fucking great.
You haven't said fuck enough, all right?
Fuckity fuck.
Actually, are they now going deleting people's stuff off of YouTube for saying curse words?
No. What it is that they made us all put it child protection. You have to say when you put up a video, you got to press if it's appropriate for children.
Yeah. Or say it's not made for children. You have to say it's not made.
No, yeah, that's all our stuff is.
All my videos not made for children.
Yeah. Another show I listened to.
On my last video, I was talking about the last time I went to the doctor. I had my prostate checked, and it was weird because as the doctor was checking my prostate, both his hands were on my shoulder. I don't know. It was a magic trick. I don't know how he did that.
Where were his feet?
Oh. On the floor?
You hope so. Room 17. Harry waits in a room for the Dr. Eastman and his assistant, Nurse Needledeer.
Needledeer?
Nurse Needledeer. To start the treatment, but what Harry doesn't know is it's more of a torture session when Nurse takes out a wolf spider and has it fly. The next day, Harry complains of pains in his neck and plants, but the doctor makes no attention. Later in the day, Harry is found dead. You should have seen it coming. I really like this song. Really catchy chorus. The chorus is that's all I can say about it. Really, I mean, it's all around good song.
Great riff. Some great moments. It takes a while to get to a hook, to that in room 17. It takes a while to get to that, but it's a cool song. It's got great range. His vocal range is really cool, but it seems like every one of these songs has like a moment. It has some kind of wacky moment, something that he screams and sings. And when he does that, Nurse Needle, it's time to begin.
Yes.
Nurse Needle, stick it in. I laughed my ass off the first time I heard that, because there was a Margaret Cho routine where she says, "Oh, I've got this pickup line. It doesn't seem to work. I just walk up to a guy at a bar and I say, stick it in." So I think of Margaret Cho every time I hear him say that. But yeah, it's a great song. It's got great moments. It's schlocky in the right ways. The lyrics are cool. It tells the story. Poor Harry. He died that night. Harry died. They found him. He was gray and white. You know, poor Harry. So, and also it was kind of, it's the second to the last song.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, he dies now? What did
Yeah.
he die in the last song? But no, but wait, there's more. Yeah.
There's more. Yeah. Makes you really feel sad for Harry. He just wanted help. You know?
Hey, should have called Miss Cleo instead. It was the mid-90s.
and to see Harry only got like 4 songs, you know? He only got the 4-song concept, so I just feel bad for him, you know? Greg?
You know, I hear that complaint about this record a lot. Quite frankly, I'm happier with it condensed into the 4 songs it is instead of trying to drag it out into album length. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that too because there
Oh
are.
no, I wasn't coming at you. It's just something
No,
I
I
happen
know.
to notice a lot reading reviews today. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole concept album don't bother me. Actually, I would prefer him to do more things like this. You know, we don't need a whole album of, you know, like you just said. I'm fine with this.
Yeah. No, this is a really good song though. It's well, hell, it's 8.5 minutes long. It's almost a progressive odyssey.
Doesn't feel like that.
No, because it's got a lot of melodic, almost ballady type strokes that match really well with the aggressive parts. There's a lot of change ups. It's a great song.
Yeah.
But yeah, my only complaint would be like what Lisa said, lack of hooks. Doesn't get there until a little bit into the track.
Yeah.
But the guitar playing, I think, is some really well. You know, I really like Herb Simonson. He really complements Andy and does the neoclassical thing well too. And I think, well, there's other tracks like Moonlight and even on Killer where it shows real well. But the way they do it here, I guess because it's a longer song, they just really, really shine here.
Yeah.
It's one of the best moments for the guitars on the whole record.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this version of the band really gets a lot of respect. You know, even like on the message boards and stuff, a lot of people, you know, they say stupid things about this band, but they really did a great job on this album. And even on the Graveyard, they played excellent together. And it's 3 guys that actually know each other. You know, the only ones that don't know each other they know each other, but are Andy and the rest of the band. But you know, they played together at least. And
I just don't get where the whole lack of talent comments come in because, I mean, there's almost as many time changes as there was on like them or Conspiracy here, and a lot of the stuff is equally as complicated. It's still a King record, you know, it's just different guys playing.
Right.
And while this definitely is kind of it is the beginning of his second era and the difference in sound, I still think it's great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, those 2 guitar players, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
this song is all over the place, and I love every place it goes. You know, one of the changes did not connect with me well, but you know, when it picks up in that, you know, it's just awesome. I just feel it gets a little disjointed in spots, and I find it a shame because it was flowing so well. I don't think too much thought was put into that section. Other than that, I find this song extremely interesting. You know, it just has there's a little section in there I just found a little offsetting to me, but the rest, I just felt like, damn, man, the song is so good. Without that spot, it would have been perfect. Hey, man, at least I'm not a poser like those people at the board Greg was at.
I know. What's the section that you don't like?
It's kind of, it just, it goes in, that's what I was talking about earlier, that part that just doesn't really, you know, King is good at changes, but this one was like a little too abrupt into a change that kind of like was, you know, just like put me off a little bit. But other than that, I mean, I love this song. I'm just saying, just a little, I'm being anal.
Gotta be what you are, or what you like.
Hey!
All right, to the morgue. Spiders begin making their home. Yeah, they begin to make their home in Harry's empty eye sockets, along with other patients who have also died from unknown reasons.
Take him to the morgue.
I love how this song starts. Taken to the morgue, they sing that, and it's a really good song. It's a great ending to the album. It actually ends the album, it ends the story and everything. So I like that. It's really cool. One thing though that I remember when I was listening to this album, I guess it's kind of morbid to even talk about this, but my back at the time, the person who influenced me to play drums, my cousin. As I'm listening to the song, my mother walks into my bedroom and she just said my cousin just passed away in a car accident. And every time I hear the song, I think of that. And I got it to the morgue, you know, like that's the song I got to remember that by, you know. That does suck.
That does suck.
He was a cool guy, but what are you gonna do? Made a stupid decision, but yeah, I brought everybody down. It's okay, shit happens. But it's a good song.
Yeah.
Ralph?
Yeah, I love how it starts with the chorus. You know, to the morgue, take him to the morgue. It's so catchy. But again, I'm gonna get a little anal. I mean, I love this song, but that one part where he says like, so they took his bones and skins to the morgue in the West Wing. It really annoys me.
Really?
I agree.
It just annoys me. It sticks out like a sore thumb on an otherwise killer song. You know, it's an awesome song with a minor flaw. I just think the last two songs just had little sections that perturbed me.
It's okay. You're allowed to be perturbed.
Yeah. I'm anal, remember?
You are anal. Greg?
Yeah, that one little part irritates me too. It's
yeah,
it's just not pleasant sounding at all. But other than that, I like this. I love the chorus, the whole "take 'em to the board." You know, great way to end the record.
Yeah.
And doesn't my favorite vocally doesn't hear. It's just a quick lyric, but it's about when he's talking about his fingernails turning gray or something like that.
No, that was an older song.
Oh no, wait, yeah.
Yeah, that was in the 6 Feet Under song.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't remember what it is.
Blur.
No, some of these songs I hadn't heard in years, and I don't remember specific lyrics from all of them. But
You're probably thinking of the end. Crap, I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
yeah, I'm thinking of the end of 6 Feet Under because there's a part of it that's a little bit similar to this, but yeah. Anyway, wrong song. But this one's pretty good. It's sufficiently doomy and melancholy to close out a weird story and a pretty good album.
Yep. Lisa?
Yeah, I love this song, and it's like so sing along. Like I said, as soon as I just even looked at the song list in my head, to the morgue, take 'em to
and the
morgue.
reverb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then
Love
at
the
the end
reverb.
they change it. They change it at the end. To the morgue, we must all go to the morgue. So they change it up at the end, and it's got a ripping solo section. That solo section is crushing, and I can't think of the part of the song that you were complaining that you're not happy with. So I mean, I'll have to listen to it again. But I just think it's a kick-ass song, and I like how during the chorus, it's like the drums are just going boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck. That's it. It's really simple, man. It's really simple. So it's got these really simple parts in it that just, they really drive it home. And I like at the end, speaking of Black Sabbath, at the end they just
the slow down.
Yeah, that's great. Great way to end an album. Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff. Really good stuff. What do we think about this album as a whole on a scale from 1 to 10? I'm going to go with Greg first.
A really good King Diamond record, but not one of the top ones for me. I give it a 7.5.
That's not bad. Ralph?
I give it like a 9.5. The only reason I don't give it 10 is for those minor little flaws on the last two songs and that other song, the Moonlight song, which I like, but it's just didn't grab me the rest. But the rest is awesome, and I would put this as my favorite of the second half of the King Diamond albums. Very close to Voodoo too. This and Voodoo are like my favorites. And by the way, I love them all. not
Yeah.
slamming them all. Just
Yeah.
this more than.
Yeah. Lisa.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite albums, so I'll give it an 8.5 to a 9. There are a few little weird changes in there that are kind of weird, but the main thing is the production value. Maybe it's the mastering. So I would like to hear. I don't think I've heard the remastered version.
Oh, I think it's better.
And I haven't. I would like to hear that.
Yeah,
But I think it's a great album, and I'm glad that they kept the story to the second half. Because, like you said, the thing about Room 17, there's some meandering in there that seems like, we're trying to tell a story, and let's put some music behind it. So I don't want to hear a whole album of, hey, I'm telling a story, and let's put some music behind it. I want to hear songs, hooks, and all that stuff. So it still has all of that stuff, just like Fatal Portrait does.
Really cool.
Right on.
I will give it an 8. I think it's a really good album. Some things here and there I don't like, but all in all, it's a good song, a good album. I don't really skip too many songs, so it's good. I'm happy with it. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. I only rate it so low just because there's them couple songs I really don't care for.
I get it. It's okay.
But it's solid.
That's right. Lisa?
Yeah,
what's going on?
I don't skip anything. Oh, what's going on with me?
We're done with that. What's going on with you? I know you're
what's
releasing
going on
that
with me?
little EP.
I have an EP. It's country blues. So I do all kinds of music. So it's a little countrified blues. It's a little bit of AM gold. It's called Old Girl because that's me. I'm old, and I'm a girl. And it's at lisaman.bandcamp.com. And right now, for every CD, they're only $6 plus a little bit of because it's 5 songs. And I'm donating the money until for the next couple of days to a family that lost 2 homes to these Oregon fires. And then White Crone is still happening, still selling that. And then I'm also donating proceeds from White Crone, the poisoner, to this family. Yeah, this guy, he's got a new baby. He's a heavy metal DJ. He supported a lot of independent artists, and now he lost his home, and then his mom lost her home too. So he couldn't go stay with mom. So now they're all trying to figure out where they're going to be, and so I don't have much to give, but I got a box of CDs over here and a box of CDs over there. So I figured pass it on.
Yeah, so please go buy that CD. Ralph, what's going on with you?
Well, nothing. Well, I recorded a Plasmatic song this weekend.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
We're working on new music. We finished up a song that's really good, and little by little, man. And I'm getting Pro Tools, which I'll be laying down vocals at home and sending it to my band members so we can start demoing the new album.
Finally.
Almost Human 56 YouTube page is really exploding. The last 2 videos I put up is over 5,000 views. One video is Why I Hate Sammy Hagar.
Yes,
and the other video is
fuck that guy.
Ace Frehley's ex-girlfriend came out calling everybody and Kiss a pedophile, and Paul Stanley's had sex with his sister, and they had a baby, and Paul Stanley runs around calling it his niece. Fun stuff like that. All 5,000 views in less than 1 day, and I'm premiering something right now that I gotta go and join the people in the chat.
Really cool.
All right.
On the Dr. Fuck Show Thursday nights on that metal station, and Vieira Vault every Sunday, Vieira Vault podcast, which is really cool.
Yes, it is. And you can find that. Yes, it is.
On ratsalad.com.
Ratsalad. I don't even know my own website. Ratsaladreview.com. That's where you can find this show. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and you can also find us on YouTube. You can watch us and see what we look like.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you guys
Come
next
on
time.
and love us.
That's right.
She's a dancer, a romancer. All right.
She's a Capricorn and I'm a Cancer.
See ya.
That's a song about her sister.
All All right.